There you go. We should be live.
Awesome.
So today we have our first street circuit in the schedule, and it's gonna be Helsinki in Finland, which hosted the ITC/DTM in the 90s, particularly 1996, as this version says. We're gonna have two 16-lap races. I've shortened the distance from the usual 70 kilometers to 50 kilometers because track is a bit too long. And yeah, we're ready to go.
You want to give me a stream, Lorenzo?
You don't have it?
Remember oh, yeah. 1 second. Let me double check it. You're right. I'm dumb. I gotta use yours because you can't stream on Discord.
Yeah.
I'm just stupid. Co-commentator is stupid. Hello. Me dumb. Me brain don't work. There you go. Yeah, I got the loading screen. We're all good to go.
Great. Here we go. I'm gonna run the practice.
I'm hoping Kasten Schmidt's good rating helps him get around here quick despite... beautiful.
Yeah, despite being a street circuit, it's pretty fast. There are two long straights.
Oh yeah, there we go. McCain doing really... The all-wheel drive cars are going to do fantastically here. Looking at McCain and front.
Yeah, they
29
can,
couple seconds off. McCain extremely fast in practice so far, it seems already.
they can shoot out of the 90-degree corners really quickly.
Shoot out traction. Just point and shoot. Absolutely.
And also Stuck should do really well. It's real good driving BMW. There we go. Practice finished. It's a 1-2 for Raven West, followed by Hans-Joachim Stuck, and then all the other front-wheel drive cars. Looks like it's gonna be a tough weekend for the estates this time by.
Absolutely.
Also Carsten Schmidt in 5th place. Let's see if there are any other surprises.
Very, 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 very nice.
And it seems like the two alphas are a little bit far too low. Tiffany Dell is only in 6th.
Zelich down that far is kind of interesting as well.
Let's get to qualify. Peter is the first car to leave the pits. Oh, there's already Rick Scott on track. That pit exit looks quite dangerous.
Awful.
For today's
Just
standards.
absolutely horrendous. Jesus. It's like, I'm not sure if you've seen that one famous onboard of like the old full Detroit street circuit layout from the F1 race, but oh my god.
This one is pretty similar in terms of safety standards, it seems. Let's look for Rick Scott. I thought he was reversing for some reason. First time I see that. Rick Scott started his lap. There he is. And if I remember correctly, the pit lane is in another location
Yeah.
and is separated from the start-finish line. It's like those Formula E tracks.
It's in some kind of odd spot.
So it's gonna add some traffic. Clip the wall a little bit there. It's gonna leave some marks. And all the practice efforts of Ravenwest might be wasted because of this traffic. Oh, and there's a spin. Lost control due to the slower car in front of him. That's not what you want in a fast lap.
No.
There's a yellow flag waving. I don't know what happened. In the meantime, Piero sets the fastest lap. 129.9. Stuck and Nidell are really improving. Also Thompson. The Russian pride Toyota. Rick's got a really fast lap now. He's got some gap. Look at the terrain around here.
Jesus.
You can really tell it's a street circuit. Stuck is shaving off almost a second from his fastest time, which is already the pole. There he is. He's basically the only car in clean air.
That's pretty dope. He's just out there and he's gone.
Yeah, this kind of stop and go tracks really suit the BMW.
Really, that and the all-wheel drive Raven Wests are, man, oh my god. Ooh.
Big slider.
Ooh. Stuck doing more of that weird slidey in the middle of the corner thing that his car ends up doing somehow.
Let's see if he improves. He gets a 126.8. 2 seconds faster than the second time. That's incredible. And the second time is from
Everything in practice was like 128s, 129s. There were some 127s. There's several cars out front that are just wildly fast for some reason. But most of the field, if you look at it again, kind of like last week, is separated into cells of like, you know, about 129. There's about 10 cars, and then 10 cars in the 130, and then like 5 in the 131s. And then there's just randomly Stuck and Nidell up front in like the 26s to 27 range. No idea what's going on. Nidell really on a flyer here.
Doesn't seem to be improving though. Lazy gets fourth place, ahead of Sekia with a really great lap. 5th place. And Kastner-Smith as well, in 6th. Stuck improving once again.
2/10 up still. I don't know where he's finding the time from.
He's getting more and more confident with the track. It's a bit bumpy, so he has to take it easy with the car. Let's see if Nidell can improve. 2nd place in the driver standings at the moment, and also the team standings for Racing Wombats. 127 gets a bit closer, but it's still 5 tenths off. Oh, in third place, but has some traffic ahead of him. Also Müller. Frank Bila with a 5th place. Track positioning is everything on this track, apparently. If you get some clean air, you can really start up front, regardless of car performance.
Pretty wild, actually.
Thank the AI of this game. They're not the best strategists. Peter is only in 22nd place. And also Newhouse in 17th. Championship leader, John Newhouse. This might be a hard hit for his championship hopes, because Nidal, which is his nearest rival, is in 2nd place at the moment. Only 5 points separate Newhouse from Nidal. Nokia Tor in 3rd place. Six minutes to go, and all the cars are on track. Look at Radzic. He's been running.
Wow.
He's been running at the back the whole season. Now he's in 4th place. It's gonna be like the random grid start. Right, they're really far off place for some reason.
Yeah, what's
It's
going on with that?
4/10 off the previous year's car. Yellow flag's been waving once again. Ooh, Stuck trying the overtake. Oh, he clips the wall. That was unnecessary, they should call him in.
Yeah.
Also, ooh, Sekia here. They're all trying hard. Cars are starting to enter the pits with Tarquini. And also Menu, McKay and Lazy. Oh! The car spun. It's Thompson. It's right on the corner exit. That's why the yellow flag was waving. This race is gonna be interesting. Wilho improving once again, 27.9, which puts him in 3rd place. Totally the wrong line there at the hairpin. Stuck improving. 2/10 off. 23 minutes to go for this qualifying session of the race of Finland. Let's look for the star of the moment. Stuck. Smile Power Racing BMW. Ooh, once again, big slide there. Approaching the final corner. Start finish straight.
Ooh. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes.
26.5. The BMW seems to be pretty dominant around here.
Yeah. Kind of what you would expect to have happen, not gonna lie.
And if it rains, it's gonna be even better for that car.
Oh god, that would be disgusting. I think the track's already narrow enough. I don't know what we would do if it started raining.
Tori now on his lap, he improves to 3rd place. Alice is leaving the pits with 1 minute and 30 and reverses into the Armco. Alright. It's a bit too late to get a lap now. Menu with a really great qualifier as well. 10th place. Was in last place in both races in Spain. So they're trying to improve. Mueller jumps from 13th to 5th place. It's gonna be pretty close for the podium during the race. Ooh, and the lazy for 7 seconds manages to get another lap. It was a masterclass of strategy by the engineers. Let's follow him. Might have a great chance to get a decent position. Doesn't seem to be improving on Stuck's time, but might be doing it on his own fastest lap. Unfortunately, we only have purple sectors. Also making a last minute effort to put this car in 5th place, knocking off Ivan Miller. There he is, last corner for a lazy. Let's see where this lap puts him. Oh, still in 7th. He couldn't improve in new tires. The only car on track is Colin McRae at the moment, which enters the pits now, so the quali is over. So we have a dominant pole for Smile Power Racing and Hans-Joachim Stuck. The 126.5, 7/10 faster than Tiffany Dell in second place. Then Naoki Tori, Will Hoy, McCain, Mueller, Alesi, Pirro, Scott and Radicic, star of the session, in 10th place. Then Menu, Moreno, Thelic, Thompson, Schmidt, Bila, Sekia, Christensen, Newhouse, Kenny Brack, Cleland, Rydell, Aiello, McCree and Tarquini. Doesn't seem to be a great track for all the Volvos, unfortunately.
No, a bit heavy.
Wanted to say something, Ted?
No, I was just, the only thing I was going to say is it was interesting to me watching the times develop as we came down through qualifying. I think most people started off slower in practice than we expected, but then once qualifying comes around, we actually see the pace of the cars come out, so it tightened up front and in the midfield a lot more than, you know, practice 1 and practice 2 initially gave us the impression of.
So with that said, we can go straight to the race. Ooh, and the track is wet.
Looking at the times 6th through 18th, we're all within the same second bracket here.
This could be quite a chaotic race.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure.
It's raining at the moment. We haven't had rain since, I think, Mantorp, race 1. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. I was hoping for rain on this track to see what happens. Well, I think there's a problem, there's an issue with the starting grid.
Yeah. See if it
Oh, I'm in 19th for some reason.
Is there any way to manually move yourself?
Unfortunately not. And I'm not the only car that's lost its position.
Uh-oh.
Let me check. Yeah, qualify 2 was off. So that's my mistake. If you pull it off, it's gonna shake up the grid. So he'll have to do qualifying once again. I'm gonna skip it and see what happens. I'm sorry for the mishap. Unfortunately, it's not a real league with real drivers. They will be pretty angry as of now. Let's do practice once again. Let's pretend there was an issue with the timing sensors. So that session is scrapped. Practice results aren't that different. Still a Raven West 1-2, we stuck in 3rd. Let's skip to quali. Ooh, quali's wet this time. I think that's not fair though. Should have a dry quali. There we go, now it's dry. a different procedure, it seems. But to make up for this mishap, I'm gonna award points to both Rick Scott and Stuck. I think it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So they both get their additional point. This time by we have quite a bit of dominance by Raven West, putting their car in first and third. Rick Scott getting the pole, followed by Stuck, then McCain. Fourth place for Zelic, then Pirro, Müller, Hoy, Christensen, Schmidt, Brack, Hattori, Sekia, Tiffany Delon in 13th, with Frank Biela in 14th, then Radzic, Thompson, Moreno, Cleland, Menu, Lazy, Rydell, Aiello, McCree and Newhouse, only in second to last place, ahead of Tarquini. So now the grid should stick. We also get our wet race back, luckily enough. Here we have the final starting grid. Unfortunately in this game there's no way to manually edit the grid. So the only thing to do is to repeat the qualifying session. It's gonna be interesting for the championship with the two leaders starting that far back. And here we are. Race 1 is starting. And we're off.
Good clean getaway by the rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive cars up front, just as you'd expect.
Stuck already attacking on the inside and gets first place.
Very, very nice. Already in there.
Let's see if everyone
Radish making up one spot from fourth up to third as well. Oh, Zelich, excuse me. Heston Schmidt with an absolute Hail Mary all the way up to ninth. Little bit of a stack up here happening in the back between Lacey and a lot of the other cars.
Yeah. There's a bit of shockwave effect. Supiro attacking McCain on the outside. Ooh, big contact between Zelic and Scott.
Yikes, that was pretty massive. I wouldn't be surprised if Scott was out after that, but he does seem to continue.
Yeah. Luckily enough, the A4 is pretty sturdy. Stuck trying to form a gap and run away, followed by Marcus Zelic and Emanuele Pirro. Then we have McCain, Müller, Scott. Ooh, Müller trying to move on McCain. Final corner for the end of lap 1. Zelic already trying to find a spot on the outside of turn 1.
Little bit of a look. Pirro's right there too. There we go.
Too wide, it's too wide. Ooh. And also Pirro.
Pirro's in there too.
Stuck has lost 2 spots in a single corner.
Wow. Drivers in this series so far don't seem to have the best wheel-to-wheel chops. The proper response to that from a real-life non-AI driver would have been to cross over when the overtaking car missed the corner wide. But they seem to like to concede that.
It's mostly down to how well the track mod is made, basically.
Awesome. Yeah, exactly.
So far we have some decent tracks. Tiffany Dell already up to 9th place. John Newhouse in 23rd. It's gonna be a big hit for the championship. if he can react.
I don't know if he even has enough time to get back up front with how far down he is. There's not many spots to overtake here. At most, he might be able to get 1-2 cars a lap, and he still might run out of time.
And the race is also shorter here, only 16 laps.
Sure, that's plenty long enough for Stuck, who's under attack from Muller here. Did Muller just clap a wall a little bit?
I think he just followed Stuck in the slide and got caught off guard and made the same mistake. And now it's already close. Oh, yellow flag. That's the false alarm. Who's gonna try to push him? Do the old bump and run.
Put the bamper to him. Gotta get in there with a fucking bamper.
Speaking of bumpers, Will is already missing a portion of his own rear bumper. John Newhouse is down to last place. Oh, clipped the wall really hard there. Don't know what happened to him. Now the hottest battle is between Müller and Stuck. I would have expected the BMW to be a little bit faster on the wet. It doesn't seem to be the case as of now. Unless Stuck manages to pick up the pace.
Well,
as he always does.
Stick it. If you could stuck it to him, maybe.
Fairlich on fire at the moment with the fastest lap. Trying to run away from Emanuele Pirro.
Real quick in the wet. Real quick in the wet.
Moreno trying to move on Thompson. Oh, it's down on traction. Look at Sekia. Sekia spitting. He's missing the front portion of his car. Ooh, this is gonna be a long stop. Let's see if he can make it back to the track. And Müller has gotten past Hans-Joachim Stuck. He's already pulled quite a consistent gap.
Interesting to see that.
And now it's Rick Scott's
seems
time.
to be struggling in the wet a lot.
Yeah. Which is weird because El Topolis on the wet was pretty fast. With some Mantorp, I think.
Yeah, I remember that. No idea what's going on.
The understeer. Oh, the understeer! I was about to say that. Moreno clips the wall.
Ooh, ow. There's been a lot of front wheel drive cars going on for going wide there and clipping the wall today so far.
Should take it a bit more easy.
Clayland missing his rear bumper. Classic BTCO touring car manager gameplay, that is.
Sekia is being lapped. Oh, and he's holding off Pirro.
Ooh. Probably not on purpose, to his credit. There's nowhere to go here, really. Pirro's still stuck behind.
Yeah.
Pirro still stuck behind, really just losing quite a chunk of time here. He's gonna want by, but there's not really anywhere for him to go.
We have no mandatory blue flags this championship, so
This would be a good spot for the car that's a lot down to do a nice, firm, active yield. Actually, actively move out of the way somewhere and let the lapping car by.
And also Seki has a fresh set of tires, so it's gonna be hard to go past him. Starting lap 5 now. Let's see if he can make it here. Ooh, big dive bomb. And he moves him out of the way. Oh, they both split the wall. That was aggressive but necessary. Now it's Müller's turn. Trying on the outside. There's not enough space here. Ooh, he clips the tire wall there. Bit too tight. Pretty sure he's gonna try the same spot as Pirro, which was turn 1, the hairpin. Here we go. Final corner. It's pretty far away. Might do a dive bomb. Goes too far. Here there's a battle going on between Kenny Brack and Nathan McCain for the Works Cup. Works Cup race, which is led by Rick Scott at the moment. So it's a battle for final step of the podium. These guys. Okay, trying to lift a line around here. There's a big train of cars here as well.
Just a huge stack up.
Look at the Mazdas. Let's see, so much going on at the moment on the track. Alan Menu trying to attack the Honda Avatori. Also yellow isn't far off. Looks like the center works well on this track. Ooh, Menu on the inside, tips the wall, but it goes through for 15th place. Ooh, now it clips the wall again and again. Ooh. He loses the position right after. Big trouble for Menu now. Another bent suspension. Ooh, a yellow. Pretty aggressive there. So look at the battle of the two estates. They've never been so close. Ooh, Tarquini on the inside. And goes by. And Frontier leads for 23rd place. Here the battle for the win, the Works Cup between Rick Scott and Tom Christensen. Tiffany got in 7th place. It's gonna be the championship leader if he can maintain this position, because Newhouse is in 18th and out of the points.
Moreno just bouncing off the walls.
Some guys just gave up trying this snooker.
Maybe if I keep hitting it, the suspension will bend back the other direction, you know?
Yeah. And Radicic just entered the pits. Doesn't seem to be a routine stop, and yeah, it's a retirement for the Peugeot.
Oh.
Fortunately, it's one of the cars with the poorest reliability, so it shows.
A lot of people nabbing reliability upgrades between the first and second upgrade windows, which was honestly smart. The rate of retirements have decreased significantly already. We used to have about, what, 5 to 8 a weekend?
Yeah, 4 or 5.
And not even a weekend, a race. We had 5 or 8 a race, and yeah, now it's down to 2 or 3 every time.
No, it's basically just the 2 cars with the poor level of reliability, so the Sentra and the Peugeot. Vila, going past Moreno for 12th place.
Moreno's gonna have to be careful. If he doesn't stop bouncing off the walls, he might lose points here.
Yeah.
Can't imagine that car running at peak condition anymore.
Lukas Schmidt getting closer, side by side now. Might try the moves on the outside.
Ooh, get in there.
That's not enough space. Well defended by Moreno. This is a big stack up of cars.
Yeah, I think they're all getting held up by McCain or Thompson up front here.
It's Thompson. Ooh, Thompson really slow around here. Might have some issues.
Very well could do.
It's not a gearbox. Schmidt on Moreno once again, and Menu. Ooh, Menu Hattori! Oh, Hattori's out. Hattori gets paid with the same coin as he used to do this quite a lot in the previous races.
Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if that's a puncture or right rear suspension failure, and he's definitely out of the points now.
Look at Moreno! Moreno! Oof.
Ugh.
That was totally unnecessary.
Wow.
The yellow's retired.
He put him all the way in the wall.
Bang once again on the rear bump. Oh, tries the bumper run. Moves him out of the way. It's now also. No, that's not gonna work. Oh, it worked! What am I watching?
What is going on right now?
Menu almost clipping Schmidt.
Oh my god.
I think they're either out of tires because the wet tires of course degrade much rapidly.
Yeah.
Much more rapidly than the slick tires.
They're out of tires, out of brakes, out of patience, or out of something.
Or their cars are all damaged badly due to the contacts with the walls.
I wouldn't be surprised. Biela's really slow after getting clipped from behind by Moreno, too.
Moreno's done the impossible by bouncing on the outer wall and managing to overtake another car. Oh, once again in the wall.
Every time.
Damage
how
level
is that? How is that car still running?
Bump around, yeah. Once again.
I put the fucking bumper to him. Oh, I put the bumper all the way to him right there.
Show me some bits of really aggressive driving, but it's paying off because he's in 11th place now. It's made up like 4 positions. Ooh, Atari on Schmidt. Really close. Newhouse might get into the points. Newhouse.
Way deep. Yeah, watching for Newhouse to get in.
Oh. Menu smashing this car and his chances of getting points. Damage sensitivity is at 75%, and I'm glad I had to turn it down, because if it would be at 80 or 85, this car would have finished the race. It would be a big pile up.
Oh, to be fair, I'd be happy with there being some consequences to the way Moreno's been bouncing off the walls and people.
I think it does have some damage.
Muller in third, good job for him. Moreno clear in front and behind. Thompson on his own. Biela starting to hold up Schmidt.
Newhouse being attacked by Rydell. Ooh, got Schmidt on the outside, which becomes the inside. Ooh, that was risky. He's still side by side. He's gonna have the outside. Oh, he switches to the inside. He tries the move.
See if he can get it done. See if he can get it done on the brakes.
No! He's lost the rear, but oh, he hasn't lost the position. Ooh. Atari can attack him. Ooh, Atari goes by.
Ooh. Ooh. I don't like this. Just calm the fuck down. You didn't need the 13th. You just need the 15th, buddy. Heston Schmidt getting in, yeah, has somehow managed to get 15th for like the last 2 or 3 races in a row. I just want a point. That's fine.
Now Newhouse is no easy customer. He's the championship leader.
Has to survive for 3 laps. Menu and Cleland again stuck together at the end of the race, knocking the living shit out of each other back there. Always good to see.
Let's see how it's going. Far up. Ooh, Nidell. A big slide, trying to attack Rick Scott for 6th place. And also Mueller and Pirro cooked up in the middle of a lap train.
A really good race for Mueller.
Let's see how it goes. The battle isn't over here as Attori is trying to move on Bila. It's up the inside. Bila leaves him some space. That was mostly clean. So Newhouse.
Clean by touring car standards, right?
Newhouse has been attacked by Rydell, and this is benefiting Schmidt and Biela.
Who's pulling away from them but is about to get sucked into Biela and get slowed down by him as well, because none of these cars are on the same pace in this cell right here.
Lap 15 of 16. Let's follow Ivan Müller. Oh, Müller! He's into the wall.
Oh, oof. Went hard too.
I might actually bump up the sensitivity for race 2 and see what happens.
Yeah, I think there's too many people just ping-ponging off of walls and getting away with it, you know?
Let me know what you think about that in the chat. Should I turn up
So
damage?
we'll just turn it up by a bit, like maybe
Yeah.
another 10%.
85. Should be more fun for everyone. Schmidt once again. A lot of oversteer, of understeer here. Now Newhouse is close. Newhouse is close. And also Rydell. Rydell attacking Newhouse.
No.
Rydell is saving your point.
So far, that's one somewhat joking response from Johannes in the chat, and one from Samuel, both for turning it up a bit.
Alright.
Biel is definitely slowing Schmidt down a lot, though.
And we're on the final lap. Velic just lost a lot of time to Pirro due to the lap cars. Top 3 seems set in stone at the moment, so let's follow the battle for 15th.
Who will get the last point? They've gotten strung out a little bit. They seem to get strung out on this back straight, and then when they're in the rhythm sections in the back, Biela and Hattori seem to slow Schmidt and Newhouse down a lot.
Yeah, it's because everyone has its own interpretation.
Right, and then Rydell sucks up to them on the main straight because that car's pretty powerful in the straight line. It's like at that main hairpin where they're making the overtakes when they can make the move is when they're closest every lap, which is pretty nuts.
Oh, don't do it, don't do it! Oh, Velic, what is it doing? What is it doing? It almost threw away the win there. Final section of the track for him. Peter's a bit too far behind. In the final corner. And Markus Delic, for the second time in this season, wins. Followed by Pirro in second place. And then Müller.
A very good drive by Müller.
Scott third place by force. Really good. Stuck cool and capitalized on his front row.
But he did get relegated all the way down to 6th or 7th position at one point and has recovered to 4th, so very good drive by him to keep those tires underneath the BMW, which seems to struggle in the wet a little bit.
Tom Christensen with his best finish of 5th and the win in the Works Cup. And we have Rick Scott. Liddell is 7th. Should be the championship leader now if Pirro hasn't gained so many points. We'll see. Then with Hoy and Moreno. Almost tangled to Kenny Brack. 9th and 10th. Then McCain.
Very good drive by Brack.
James Thompson in 12th place. Oh, the engine's smoking. Make it quick. Cross the line. That smoke, does not spray. I guess 12.
Oh, barely. Engine letting go across the line. Thompson manages to make it.
Been pretty lucky there. Ator in 13th.
Really pulled away from that
14th. Ooh, and down to the line between Newhouse and Rydell. And Newhouse gets a point. And Bila, Menu. All the other cars have already crossed the line.
It looks like Biela finally did get overtaken by everybody there.
That was an interesting race for sure.
He was holding up. Let us know in the chat if you want the damage turned up to between races. It was at 75. We're thinking to 85. If you want more, we can go a little bit more, maybe like 90 to 100.
100 is way too much. Nobody will finish the race. I think we should go to 85.
So, if 85 is good, just say so, and we'll go ahead and turn it up between races.
Final standings for race 1 of the race of Finland. Markus Delic wins the race for Racing Team Solvalau, followed by Emanuele Pirro in the Impact Racing Team car, and then Ivan Müller from Miles Motorsport. Then we have Stu, Christensen, Scott, Christensen getting the Works Cup win. It's 3 wins in a row for Tom's team Corona. That's pretty impressive. Then Nidal, Hoey, Breck, Moreno, McCain, Thompson, Nattori, Schmidt, Newhouse rounding the points, and all the other guys. Only retirements for Aiello with a suspension failure, and Radicic gearbox. Okay. If you can let me know what they think about the rule change, I'll turn it up to 85. Can't read the YouTube chat at the moment.
I've got it on live, so if anybody posts a message, it'll show up here for us whenever you guys start talking at us. Sam Mumby says 100.
Yeah, let's just say a number, and we'll see which one gets the most votes.
Yeah, we'll see. So the two commentators are both thinking 85. Some people can still finish. 100 might be a little bit much. Be 85 to 90. Go ahead and say a number in chat, whatever you're comfortable with. So far, it's 2 votes for 85.
How many viewers we have?
100.
How many viewers?
We currently have 6, so it's you, me, and running the stream, and then 4 people actually watching.
Okay.
So Manuel's in there, Ben Spinky, Robert Wissenmuller. I think Johannes is watching, and I know Sam Mumby's here. He's the only one who's interacted for a while. Johannes wasn't here, but didn't say anything recently. I would say we can give it like a 2 to 5 minute break here quick, and if we don't get anything else, we'll split the difference with Sam and maybe make it 90.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna post it on the main chat as well, in the Discord channel.
Gotcha.
Looks like we had 2 votes for 100.
Okay.
Oh no, this is gonna be bad.
Okay, we could do it, but the team owners are gonna have to accept these consequences.
It's at your own risk. I care about this championship more as a.
What? Yeah, Chris English said 100. Said 90. Chris said 90. Sam saying raise it. Dave said 100. So we got like 3 for 90 and 3 for 100 now.
We're gonna do 95.
Sure. Yeah, split the difference. Do 95. I'm okay with that. Sure, fuck it.
All right, let's do 95 then. We can also go up to 200. I didn't know about this.
Yeah. So basically, the way that the damage system
you haven't seen
in
that
GTR2 work. the way that GTR2 works is when it's at 200, it's actually kind of realistic. You know what I mean?
Fuck it, let's put 100 and we're good.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
sure.
There's no 100, there's 99. And 101.
Let's do 99.
Yeah, let's do 99 then. Thank you for voting. And it's a random grid race. Double trouble. Alright, let's go. And we have John Newhouse on pole.
It's Schmidt in second.
Schmidt in second. Then a yellow in
They
third.
They were pretty much equal pace with each other when the track was dry. So then it's a yellow. Brack.
Moreno, Thompson, Rydell, Radizic in 8th, Pirro, McCain, Bila, Scott, Mueller, Cleland, Hoy, Sekia, McRae, Stuck, Lazy, Tarquini, Nidell in 21st, Christensen, Hattori, Menu, and Zelic in last. This is gonna be incredibly good for Newhouse.
We got a lot of slow guys up front, a lot of fast guys in back.
And also that as well. Seems to be a dry race this time. Here we go. Race 2 is in Finland. It's about to start. And we're off.
Now you are a little bit ahead of me, but they just started on my end.
Here we go, Hamilton 1. Ooh, Schmidt ready trying to attack. Side by side, no.
A little bit of argy-bargy up front already. I'm suddenly feeling bad about the fact that we turned the damage up.
Let's see what happens. Let's see. Gonna remove my car.
This will be good though. The extra damage and the fact that all those cars were going off in race 1 means this could be the kind of shake-up race that you would expect the street circuit to be.
Yeah. James Thompson attacking Schmidt for second place. Moreno was pretty fast in race 1 and now is now in fourth.
I don't feel like we're really going to know what anybody's pace is truly like until they start to spread out several laps in. Because normally early in the beginning, all the AI are making moves, but the drivers aren't really in a rhythm yet. You can't quite tell how fast they are until they start to get strung out. Because they seem to behave really weird and drive either oddly aggressively or conservatively in traffic.
Moreno with the tail out there. Let's see if Thompson can bring the attack now on turn 1. Seems to be pretty close.
It looks like he had a really, really good line out of the last corner. That VW is draggy and slow in a straight line despite the power upgrade.
A bit too wide for Thompson.
Moreno and Mueller and Radish is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
All three of those cars and drivers about equal pace.
Oh, what Tori? 21st. Many already missing the rear bumper.
If I'm not mistaken, looks like Menu is missing a rear bumper already.
Let's stay on the front back and see if Thompson can bring that move. Seems to be
a little bit farther back than last lap.
And Moreno's looking for an opportunity here. The running is pretty fast.
Judging by the last race and how things were worked in as the race went on, I expect Thompson and Schmidt to be about equal with each other. With Schmidt maybe just slightly faster, but Moreno's definitely faster than both of them.
I think Schmidt is actually catching up to John Newhouse, who's got the fastest lap.
He might be.
And it's not pretty close to the Canadian. It's a track where the driver can make the difference, and Newhouse and Schmidt are pretty matched closely.
Yeah, the whole Rennsport Technique tactic this season has been the classic shitty car, good driver tactic.
Look how close it is now. Newhouse must have an issue.
Stuck set the fastest lap all the way down there in 23rd, so I think he got by Zelli, and now he's catching up to people in front of him. In clean air, but he might run out of time to get up into the points, unfortunately.
It's getting closer and closer. Still too early for a move though.
Maybe by next lap or 2 laps from now. Thompson definitely falling back. We'll have to see if Newhouse holds up Schmidt at all, and if it lets Thompson and Moreno suck back up to them.
Piero here.
Ooh, Rydell under attack by Piero, and you might lose it to Radish as well.
So Scott, side by side. Ooh, a bit too wide there. Oh, and he's to avoid the wall. Oh, and he gets the wall.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna hurt.
I have to see if that extra damage makes the difference with that little wall dink there. Ooh, and then the Lacey behind him went in as well.
Oh, and Stuck might have spun because he's in 25th and last.
Uh-oh.
We still have a battle for the lead between Newhouse and Schmidt.
And this has definitely allowed Thompson and Moreno to catch back up to them.
This lack of pace for Newhouse is really odd though. Also in race 1, wasn't up to his usual standards.
Now Schmidt with a good launch, but that car,
close, yeah.
that Vento is very draggy and kind of down on power, so I don't know if he'll be within range to make the move.
Using a little nudge.
Putting the bumper to him. This has allowed Thompson to get right back up to them though.
Thompson has overshot the corner.
Now Moreno out of the wall. He does though.
Oh, Moreno again with aggressive driving. Manages to stay away from the walls. Thompson with the fastest lap.
Very nice. Russian Pride Racing getting some well-deserved accolades for the motherland.
So here a yellow attacking the red and West Audi. A yellow in 11th, they might get some needed points for his team, the TNM.
That'd be very, very nice to see.
At the moment they're in last place with 3 points in the standings. Oh, and Nidal is missing the rear bumper. He's now in 23rd with Newhouse in first place.
Ugh.
And Thompson is attacking Carsten Schmidt.
Well, so
Big
that
dive
one coming
on the
from a mile
inside.
back.
Ooh. That was a great move.
Yeah.
Also Moreno.
It's a little bit of a tap. I would be fine if Schmidt let both of these guys by. Because they can both catch him back up to Newhouse once they get in front of him. Ooh. Tiny bit of contact. If he lets them both by and they both catch Newhouse, who's slowing all 3 of them down, then he can go back up and race with them later, right?
Yeah,
But,
Thompson trying.
I mean, HRT isn't really doing great in the points. They're probably smack bang somewhere between 15th and 20th best car and driver combo. You know, they're a just barely getting points team. So I need Schmidt to bank these points for me and not get dinked off the track by Moreno fighting him too hard. Ooh, Tarquini.
Yeah, we have the
front of the car.
We have the first victim of the 99% damage sensitivity. Mr. Tarquini. Kane on Bila. Bila still resisting. Nothing we could do. Oh, they're still there. It's gonna bring a counter attack. And last corner.
Yeah, that whole rhythm section. Once you get the move made, you can't really get it complete. It's very odd.
So Radish is in front. Might slow them down.
Redisic also needs to just bank those points right now. It doesn't matter if he finishes 11th, he just needs to get that finish.
Big bunch of cars here as well. They're lazy being attacked by Rick Scott. Also McCree as usual seeking points in race 2. Queen has left the pits. A brand new car. And Thompson is once again sticking to John Newhouse's bumper.
It's allowing Kasten to catch up just a little bit.
Yeah, the Carina has a bit more power on this race. Newhouse can defend.
It's definitely big and heavy, though. You can really watch it struggling through some of these middle rhythm sectors that the lighter, low-power cars like the Corollas are doing well through.
Well, this
right,
is the right thing.
Redis is very clean, yeah, just consolidating that.
Doesn't want to lose much time. Now Bila. Bila attacking.
Everything relatively clean so far in here, though.
Ooh, that's fist poke. Oh, Zeddy just lost the front bumper.
Ooh, that's probably Zelich and Christensen both out.
It's gonna be a pit stop for sure. Also missing a headlight. Yeah, slowing down. Let's see if he gets into the pits. Thompson is attacking. I've seen the lead change in the standings.
Ooh, just a little bit of a wall tap out of Thompson right there.
There's a pit crew already there. It's for Zelich.
Yeah, that's not surprising after that big smack. Queenie, the largest car on the calendar at one of the tightest, highest speed tracks on the calendar, trying to get lapped when there's no overtaking zones. This is gonna be, yeah, this is gonna be spicy. It's catching Kasten Schmidt up and it's catching Thompson up.
Newhouse needs to do it quickly, but unfortunately for him, the estate is pretty fast on a straight line.
It's also fucking massive. Not really anything you can do to get by, but I am impressed by the pace of this top 3 group. These are typically cars we only see being about 5 to 10th fastest at most, and they have made a very clean breakaway up here.
This track is bringing out the best out of them. Ooh, trying on last corner.
These higher skill circuits are definitely bringing out the good driver and bad car kind of skill gap, making it show. Schmidt's taking a peek on Thompson. I don't know why he pulled out of the toe that soon.
And Schmidt gets his second place back.
Schmidt gets by Thompson, Newhouse gets by Tarquini, and now Schmidt has to get by Tarquini. Ooh, and Moreno and Brack getting into it in the background there.
There's a lot going on. Oh, Schmidt with a big slide. Now Newhouse is gonna pull a gap once again.
Yeah, you can see how much time they're losing with being sucked up behind Tarquini. That backslide is probably because of the extra brake pressure Schmidt was using to get the car into the corner slowed more than he normally would. There you go. That's a good spot to get that done. Good job, Kasten.
Ooh, so Thompson on the outside.
Too.
Oh, and there's a crash. There's a big pile up.
Uh-oh. Big one.
Looks like a lazy spam.
Like Alesi is in it. I think Rick Scott is in it. Both the factory Toyota's getting slowed up by that.
Oh, I don't think he...
Then you give it Alesi a little tap, despite the fact that he was sat there for like a year and you could see him.
They'll have to bring the crate. Oh, now it's reversing.
Oop, I think he can get out of there.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Good job. Very, very nice job.
We still have the battle for second here with Thompson moving away.
Ooh.
Schmidt and Thompson gets his second place back once again.
The exact same way he did it the first time. Them being sucked up behind Tarquini let Moreno and Brack catch up to them quite a lot. But now Moreno's behind Tarquini back there, behind Kasten Schmidt, so we'll have to see.
Let's see if we can catch Newhouse now. We might have a new race winner.
Know, that gap is huge.
Yeah, and it's 5 laps to go. Maybe another lap car. Let's see.
Looks like Moreno might get by Tarquini pretty clean there. Saw them side by side in the braking zone.
We have Zelich. I'm still pretty far ahead. Yeah, Newhouse made a move on Tarquini at the right time, in the right place. He's gotten away. Now Moreno is attacking Schmidt once again. But this time it's for third place.
Casted smart, he'll just let him by. Easy. Because Brack is bound to get held up at least a tiny bit by Tarquini behind, so if Schmidt can let Moreno by without losing too much, he consolidates like a 3rd to 5th position somewhere. It doesn't matter where he finishes in there. That's great points for how slow HRT's car is. Brack into Tarquini's back.
McCree is once again in the points in race 2. That's incredible.
Very, very nice.
Hattori with a pit stop. Oh, and Tarquini spun!
Uh-oh.
Will it be another
that's a
pile
bad
up?
spot to be. Yeah, that's a bad spot to be.
And he's back into the action.
It's Tarquini.
If something like that happens in the proximity of Newhouse, it's gonna be really interesting.
Kind of 5th through 7th really spread out right now. Moreno's definitely going to get by Schmidt. There's no way he won't. Rick Scott with the purple lap time. Oh, is that smoke a little bit of smoke coming out of...
I don't think so.
No. Okay. It was just the bit rate pixelating the gray of the tarmac. For some reason, I thought Moreno's car was starting to smoke.
A yellow. Oh, McCree goes past the yellow. Thanks to Tarquini.
Very clean move.
Now yellow might lose his points. He's in 15th.
That's gutting for yellow in that team.
Tarquini once again in the pits. Newhouse is about to start lap 14. With a big gap to James Thompson. And yellow still holding on to 15th. Oh, now Scott has got a better exit. Oh. Someone has lost some body parts. The big stack out of cars. And they're all running for 5th. For
yeah,
the
all
points.
13th to 22nd about through there.
McKinney moving away. And clips the wall, clips another wall. Oh! Gets overtaken by yellow. And also by Sekia.
Oh, I really wanted the Brick Boy to get points.
It's not over yet. Oh, they're trying to lap Selic. Out front, nothing new, but Thompson is a bit closer now on lap 15. Needs some lap cars ahead of Newhouse. I don't think that's happening. It's a bit too late to pick up the pace now. Newhouse might make a mistake, possibly. Big slider once again. A yellow stops in the middle of the track. Oh, and it's now lost a lot of positions. He's in 20th. It's quite unfortunate. Oh, McCree moves aside. Sick here. Tori goes around the outside. What is going on in this race? And we stopped at the last lap. Oh, we're about to start it. Newhouse isn't in the bag at this point. Just a couple more corners. Thompson is pretty close, but it's too late now. Thompson really close now. In the final corners. Probably one more lap he would have gotten, but it is what it is. And John Newhouse wins race 2 with Thompson in second. And Carsten Schmidt with another podium.
Very, very nice that he managed to hold on to that.
Fourth place for Moreno. Great weekend. Then Kenny Brack with the win in the Works Cup, followed by Pirro. Then Bila in 7th. Great result for the Team Jera. Was it JRA? JRA it is.
Yes.
Then Rydell, Radizic, Mueller in 10th. Cleland, McKay, Hoy for 13th. There he is. Then Macri, 2 points in 14th. And Rick Scott, 15th place. Hattori and Nidell with no points whatsoever. And also Stuk and Lazy. That's most of the front runners. Newhouse is gonna have a massive lead after this race. Here we go.
I think that's the second week in a row that Carsten Schmidt got like a 14th or a 15th and then a podium.
Yeah, it's probably the case. Here we go. MSR gets another win. I think it's the third in the series, tying up Tiffany Dell for the most wins. Then Thompson for Russian Pride Racing gets second, and Carsten Schmidt for Hof Rennsport Technique third place.
HRT.
Then Moreno, Brack, Pirro, Bila right there, Radizic, and all the others, with Brick Scott getting the final point. No retirements in this race. but a lot of pit stops. If you like the mayhem, we might bump up the sensitivity a little bit more for the next races. Let me know on the Discord chat. I think 99 was still a bit too low.
I think 100, yeah, 100 was okay, but maybe a bit too low. Maybe we could try like 110, 125.
Yeah, I'll do some testing.
We don't want it to be so that people give each other like a touring car style nudge and it completely fucks their car. But it would be nice if somebody dive bombs somebody from 10 car lengths back and hits them in the right rear, that their engine blows up and the suspension of the car that gets hit is actually taken out.
Yeah. We'll see what happens for the next race, which is the Race of England Race of England at Alton Park. Alright, see you for the next live stream.
Yay.
And thanks for watching.